welcome to Bars and Bells. My name is Lauren, and this is our Strength and Swings class. Today, we'll be progressing our skills as we have over the past couple weeks, working on a full snatch today. But speaking of which, I forgot my kettlebell over there. So I'm going to zip off camera, but don't go anywhere. Make sure you have your kettlebells available to you for snatch size kettlebell as well as a get up today. All right, I have it, I'm back. Here we go. Let's get started with a nice body weight warm up and then we'll get to those bells in a second. Feet underneath you, growing up nice and tall. Let's take our chin and gently tuck it towards our chest. Next, we'll scrape it along a collarbone. Nose will go up that far side of the wall, across the top of the ceiling to the other side of the room, down the wall, scraping back to center. Head is back on top. Repeat in the other direction, chin towards chest. Scrape a collarbone. Nose goes up the wall, all the way across the top of the ceiling to the other side, down towards the chest, and then back on top. Next, our shoulder blades. We'll gently shrug our shoulder blades, and then we'll pull them down out of our ears. Repeat, shrug your shoulder blades up, and then lightly pull them down. Now, keeping your hands where they are, can you press your shoulder blades forward, and then retract, pinching them back together. Repeat again, blades go forward, blades go back. Let's do that same thing with our arms in a W. Lightly shrug, pull down. Blades go forward, blades go back. Extend your arms to a T. Shrug, pull down, blades forward, blades back. Bring them up towards a Y, ribs to hips, elbows nice and straight. Shrug your shoulders, pull them down. Blades go forward, blades go back. One last time in nice and tight, overhead position, making sure we're keeping that together. Light shrug up, pull down, blades forward, blades back. Straighten your elbows, pull the sky all the way down. Gently extend on the elbows and shake it out, relax. Excellent. Next, we'll get to that rib cage, adding a little bit of a rotation. So feet are wider than our hips, arms are gently across our chest, blades lightly together. Let's rotate our head to the right, followed by our upper body. Keep those hips forward. Head will come back to center, upper body back to center. Repeat the other direction, head and rib cage, head to center, cage to center. One more time each way. Head and rib cage, head to center, body. Last time, head, upper body, head to center, and return. Give that a little shake. Let's pull ourselves down via our low squat. So with your feet in your squat stance position, feel the pull of the floor together as you bring yourself down. Let's hang out here. Chest is lifted, feet are heavy on the floor, maybe a little rock side to side, and then we'll gently tip forward, bring the knees underneath, and warm up those wrists. With our hands underneath our shoulders pulled down out of our ears, and those elbow pits rotated forward, let's pull ourselves forward, getting into some wrist extension, which is shoulders over top of fingertips. Then use your fingers and press yourself back. Repeat again, pull yourself forward, and press back with all 10 fingers. One last time, pulling forward. This time, could you press up to those first knuckles, pushing the palms away from the floor, and then soft landing. One last time, palms away, light flick. Give that a little shake out. We'll tuck our toes. We'll use our hips to press ourselves back. Find a light balance on those toes. Press through to tall, and then control the down. Give that a little bit of a shake and wiggle. Next, let's get out a kettlebell that you want to warm up with. Something that's medium heavy, warming up our heavy holds, as well as those lunges for our get-ups that will follow. I'll grab my bell here, place it on the floor underneath me. We'll start first holding in our rack position. So right away to that rack. Use your hip hinge. Grip with one hand, cuddle with the other, pull it up the body, rack hold. Check in. We have a vertical forearm, a nice straight wrist, elbows in tight. Ribs over hips. Squeeze your butt cheeks. Imagine pressing this bell for 5, 4, 3, 2, 2 hands on, hinge to place down. Let it go. Stand up. Shake it out. Same thing other side. Hinge. Grip. Zip. to the rack on the other side. Check it out. Vertical forearm, nice straight wrist, ribs to hips. Think about pressing that kettlebell for 4, 3, 2, 2 hands. Place the belt down. Stand up. Give that a little shake. There's one thing that's been bothering me, this door. Let's just close that. There we go. Don't want any neighbors to come in. Okay, next we're warming up our lunges. Let's take a single leg back into a lunge stance as if we're getting out of that get up. First, we're nice and tall. Back toe is tucked, hips are square to your front of the room. Pulling the floor together, let's come down to about that mid station. And can you hold here? Keep pulling the front hip in as the back hip pushes forward. Keep stacked over top and those hips nice and level. Keep that pull tension all the way down to the floor. Now that we're here, let's grip onto that front leg. Gently drift knee towards over toe, but again, keep the back hip extended as to not arch that low back. Push into the floor to come back up to tall. Changing the forces, which will push down and forward, down and back to the hover, and then back down. And this time, push so much you step through together. Let's repeat on the other side. Other leg, drop back into that lunge. Tall, tall, square to the front. Pull together. Bring yourself down to that halfway position. Check out you're not hiking those hips as you continue descending all the way to the floor. Once we're on the floor, find that light rise on that front foot and then put it down. Pull the floor together, drifting knee towards over toe, extending that back hip, and then send it back. Now push forward and back to get to the hover, and then land, and then up together. Excellent. As mentioned in that little intro, we will be doing our snatches today, which means we'll be getting to that overhead position. Let's practice that overhead position by holding our heavy, or medium heavy, or any heavy kettlebell. We'll start in the rack. We'll press or push press that belt overhead. Here we go. Hip hinge grip to the rack. Press that bell overhead. Let's just check in with how it feels. Once a bell is in the overhead position, it should feel fairly light and easy because our wrist is stacked over top of our elbow, over top of our shoulder, over tops of our hips and core. Try to have that bicep nice and tight to the ear so that we know it's in the overhead. Breathe, hold. We'll pull it back down to the rack and then 2 hands to the floor. Shake it out. Second side. Hinge grip, zip, rack. Press. Again, holding it overhead. Do your checklist. Feet are rooted. Square forward. Shoulder packed. Elbow straight. Breathe. Hold. Nice straight wrist as well. For 3, 2. Now pull that belt down. Keep it tight to the body as you place it on the floor. Let's do one more set of lunges and then we'll get into our first round of get-ups. So I'm just going to get my get-up bell out right away here. All right, this lunge is going to be a little bit harder. Same idea. Let's take a single leg and step it back. Now, we're here. Next, let's rise on that front foot. Woo, hold. Heel down. Find mid-station. Hold. Rise on that front foot. Heel down. Pull even lower. Hover. Rise on the front foot. Heel down. Soft landing. Stay for a second. Push the floor forward and back. Hover. Rise, heel down, mid-station, hover, rise, heel down. One more, rise, heel down. We're going to pull ourselves all the way to the bottom and then press together. Burny, burn, burn. Remember which leg you had behind you, and let's switch that. Other leg steps back. Again, stacked and square. Pulling together, find a rise. Heel down, mid-station, hold, level, find a rise, and down. Hover off the floor, rise, and down, full down. Now we're working back up. Hover, rise, heel, mid-station, rise, heel. Up a little higher, heel. Now pulling down, soft landing, pressing forward and back to stand up. Great. Give that a little shake. Next, we're going to work one get up each side, followed by some warm-up single arm swings to get us ready to snatch. So we have our belt that we would like to do get-ups with on the floor. Take your time, find the floor. Let's start in that cuddle position. If you're not ready to use a kettlebell for that get-up, please feel free to do the kettlebell body weight and just get everything underneath or ready to hold the load. Here we go. Hip drive to the elbow, to the hand. It's a bridge and a sweep. Hand leaves floor, front foot moves, both legs help you up. Control the down. Step back lunge. Step open. Rotate hinge. Sweep. Elbow. Press to your back. Pull the belt down. Return it to the cuddle. Give that a little shake and wiggle. Whew. Take a breath. Other side. Get that belt just right. And we'll repeat, starting with the cuddle, the roll, and the press. Set up to press to the elbow. Find the hand. Bridge and sweep. Coming up underneath that bell. Both legs in that lunge to help you up. And control the way back down. Sweeping through. Elbow, push away to your back. Pull down and cuddle. Whew. Take your time. Coming up. Excellent job. Let's get out. I'm going to use my other belt for my snatches. That's a little bit heavy for me to snatch, but good for my get up. Let's warm up our single arm swings. We're going to warm them up like this. 2 hike passes, park. 2 stop swings, parking in between, and then 3 continuous swings. 2, 2, 3. Here we go. Set up behind your bell. Hike pass to zipper, park. Hike to zipper, park. 2 full swings. Stop in between and park. That got a little excited. Just to chest height. And now 3 continuous swings. And park. Whew. Take a breath. Second side. My swings got a little excited there on that first one. I'm trying only to swing to about that chest level. Let's do the same thing on the other side. Hinge, grip. To the zipper, hike, park. Hike, park. Now stop, swing for 2. And park. And now 3 continuous swings. And park that bell. Whew. Take a second off, catch your breath. I'm just going to move that bell a little bit out of the way because we are going back to the floor for get-ups. You know it. Come down. Turn myself around here. And 1 get-up again on each side. Take a second when you're ready. From the cuddle, roll, press. Here we go. Elbow. We're looking at that bell as we move through our get up here, having that back toe tucked and ready to lunge upon the sweep through. Breathe all the way back down. Take your time. Sweep, elbow, press away. 2 hands pull down. Return it to the floor. Take your time. Breathe. Same thing on that second side. Starting in the cuddle, rolling and pressing to the elbow, to the hand. Bridge sweep. Hand leaves floor, rotating through that windmill as we up to tall. Pull ourselves back down. Looking at that bell as we rotate, sweeping, elbow, back, and down. Take your time coming to standing. Let's try to stand up with no hands, however you like. All right. Through the past weeks, we've been building our snatches by working on clean and a press, and then doing the down. And then we worked on the up of the snatch and pulled it down. We'll perform that now. Do another set of get-ups, do the other one, and then we'll get into our snatches thereafter. So this round will be a clean, a press, and then think of that free throw, and I'm not good at basketball, free throw shot on the way down, where we go wrist, our elbow stays high, the bell comes through, we'll go back clean. A press, work on the snatch down. Let's do 3 in a row on our first side. So clean press, descend in that free throw down. Here we go, set up. First to a clean, then to a press. From there, free throw, keep it tight to the body, through to rack. Repeat, press. Tight to the body, clean. One more, press, tight to the body, and park. Great. So in this set, we're controlling that down movement of our snatch. Same thing on the other side. Clean. Press. Keep it tight on the down, back to the clean. Press. Tight, elbow stays high. Imagine you're in an alleyway. This one, we park the bell. Oh. It's important to keep that bell tight to the body on the up and the down for various reasons. 1, you'll use your hips more. 2, you'll avoid that big crash bang of the bell on the forearm side. So keeping it tight for both the clean and our snatch. Let's do one more round of get-ups, warm up our snatch in one more different way, and then, as talked about, we'll put it all together. One more set of get-ups here. Come down to that floor, take your time. Start in the cuddle, roll to your back, press, hand. Each move is separate, but nice and smooth. Take your time. Keep the bell overhead, especially through that lunge phase. Rotate around it, sweep, elbow, press, and down. Great. We're finishing up our 6th get-up here today. And after our rounds of snatches, I hope to do one more set of get-ups for 4 more total. So we end up with 10 done here today. Here we go. From the cuddle. Roll, press, elbow, hand, bridge, sweep. Brace those abs as you press through. Both legs up. And last time in this warm up here, or it's not really warm up, it's already work. Press to your back. Pull down. Great. No hands to stand up. I'm just going to move this bell a little bit off to the side, but not too far away because I'll still need to use it. All right, on that other set of warm-up snatches, we worked on the free throw down. Let's now do the opposite. We'll use our hips. We'll take the bell from the floor, snatch it overhead as we practiced last week, but then we'll pull it down through, snatch it overhead, pull down through. 3 each side. Set up behind your bell. Get ready. From the floor to overhead. Keep it tight. Use those hips. Elbows will drive. Catch it underneath. Here we go. From the floor. Hips. Pull it down. Through from a clean. Back overhead. Pull it down. One last time. Pull down. Through park. Whoa. Nice work. Give that a little shake. How the calluses feel. Worked, but good. We want to build those, need to build those calluses up so they don't rip off. Second side. From the floor to overhead. Rack, through, overhead. Pull down, vertical forearm. Through, overhead. Pull down, through, and park. Great. Take a breath. Give that grip a little shake. All right, so today, we're putting the last 3 weeks together. we're going to do a full snatch. I'll show you 2 snatches in a row, then we'll talk about what we're doing. From the floor to overhead. Back through, back overhead. I'll just park. All right. Use those hips. If the snatch feels like it's really easy, you probably did it right because you used your hips to drive the bell and you just guided it to overhead. If it's feeling like you have to press it or you're not catching it in that overhead position, boom, more power. That's where it comes from. Okay, here we go. We're gonna start with a set of 3. 3 snatches on the first arm. Set up behind your bell. Use your hinge, pull, overhead. 1, 2 more. 2, and 3. Park the bell. Shake it out. How to feel? You have the right weight. Good. Let's do 3 on the other side. Grip, pull. Off arm is coming with you. Hips are driving that bell up. Tight to the body on the up and the down. All right, not too long of a break. 5 seconds. Let's do 4 on each side. In 3, 2, here we go, number 4. And park. So, I'm getting a little bit wrong, but I am trying to match that strong exhale, still within my hip snap through versus the overhead. It'll help brace the core. Second side, 4. And park. Whew. Take a break. Nice work. All right. Next, 5s each side. I don't know if you can hear the ding-dongs outside, but the church down the street is practicing their carolings. Bells and bells. All right, 5. Park. Off. Let's take 10 seconds off. We often like that equal work to rest ratio, but we're pushing in a little bit here today. In 3, 2, I think I was at the number 5. Here we go. Don't have anyone here with me to keep track of my reps. It's hard to teach and do. If you feel comfortable coming with me, let's add a rep, 6 each side. In 4, 3, 2, 6. That breath's getting a little bit faster. Taking a couple seconds off, slowing it down. In and out the nose. 5, 3, second side, 2, 6. Off arm. Hips driving through. 3, 2. Park. All right. We're going to do one more big set here. I'm going to skip and go right to the number 8. If you want to join me for 8 snatches, let's go. If you don't, pick a number that's different. Here we go, 8 in a row. Park with control. In and out the nose. I'm sure you're hearing a lot of that breathing. It's important to breathe. Keep a tight pattern. Second side. 8. Park. Don't go anywhere. If you thought that that was the last set of snatches, I misled you. Shake it out. A couple breaths to slow it down. Let's go back down. The number before 8 was not 7, it was 6. So let's go back to the number 6 in 3, 2, 6 snatches. Park bell. Not too long of a rest. Check in with how your grip is, how your core is. Your hips are still driving through to get that bell overhead. Tight to the body. 3, 2, 6. Good. 3 more rounds. 5s, 4s, and 3s. Shake it out in 5 seconds. The number 5 each side. 3, reset. 2, 5. Park. Notice I'm placing the bell down to switch hands, taking a couple seconds off, but always trying to remain in control. So avoiding those hand-to-hand switches for today, just so we pick it up and put it down. 5. Good. How's that breath? Still coming out the nose like a dragon. Flaring those nostrils. Wiping that sweat. 4s and 3s left. In 3, 2, 4. Good. Remember the top, we're flicking that bell away. Elbow stays high, so it stays tight to the body. 3, 2, second side, 4. Great. Breathing. Last set. In 5. 3s each side to finish up. 3, 2, 3s. Park. Shake it out. Last set of 3. Go. Park. Let's close our mouth. Open our nose. And do a little breathing to recover from that. But we're not done. We have get-ups to finish. Breathe in the nose. And exhale. In the nose. And exhale. Repeat. In for 4. And out for 4. In. And out. Now let's add on. In for 4. Hold. Out for 4. In for 4. Hold. Out for 4. One more round. In for 4. Hold. In more. Out. Hardest part, hold empty for 4, 3, 2. Woo. And relax. Nicely done. That was a fair bit of snatches today. I hope our progressions helped work up to that. I'll try to do the math in my head as we do some get-ups here as to how many that actually was. If you can do the math before me, let's tally that up in the chat. We did a set of 3s, a set of 4s, a set of 5s, a set of 6s, and then 8s, 6s, 5s, 4s, and 3s. Whew. All right, as promised, I said we would finish with 4 more get-ups to make a total of 10 get-ups today. Because I like to sometimes work hard but also just finish my get-ups, I've decided I'm going to do 2 in a row on my left and 2 in a row on my right to finish these up. If you don't like that idea, right, left, or join me for 2 in a row. I'll probably get a little quiet as this bell is going to feel a little bit heavier than it did when we started today. Prepare yourself. Use the same bell. Use a lighter bell. First side, I'm going 2 in a row. Full get up and down. Twice. Here we go. Cuddle. Roll. Press. Elbow. And then control the back down. I'm also trying to do the math in my head at the same time. 3 and 6. And then I'm going back up here. I don't know, we could have done 88 snatches there. Control that up, both hips. And then 18 plus 18, pull that down, is 36. We did 36 twice, which is 72 plus 8 is 80, another 8, 88. That's my math on that. That's a lot of snatches. Wow. All right, second side. Last round of get-ups. Oh, I was distracted by all that addition. I didn't even realize I did 2 get-ups there. I hope I did 2. Same thing on this other side. Take your time through this get-up. Breathing. When you get to your back here and you're doing a second one in a row, keep the bell up in that starting position. Last get up of the day, number 10 here. Finish strong and safely. Elbow, back, pull down. Whew. Return to the cuddle. Take a second. Let's not go too far here. Finish with a light stretch. Whew. Great. Staying down on your knees here. Let's kick one leg out to the side. Place the foot flat on the floor. Hands on the floor here. Try to have a nice extended spine. That's this position of our spine versus this rounded position. If you find the floor is too far away, you could go fists or you could use some blocks or books underneath your hands. Right now, gently tip your tailbone to the ceiling. Keep that foot flat, including the baby toe. Push the floor forward, sending your hips to the back. Breathe, and then pull yourself forward. Keep that tailbone tipped to the ceiling. Let's rotate now, just have the instep of the foot down and gently sink back. I still have that back toe tucked as well, and then I'm pulling forward. Last one. Externally rotate that leg, but again, keep the tailbone tipped to the ceiling. Push the floor forward, hips sink back. Breathe, feel that length through the adductor. Pull through, bring that leg underneath. We'll repeat on the other side. So first kicking that leg out, foot flat on the floor. Whoops, cut off a bit. Foot's flat and it's in line with my body. Hands are under shoulders, light tailbone tip to the ceiling. Remember there's a difference between this and this, somewhere in between, so that we get that length through the leg, through the hamstring as we rock back. Pulling yourself forward, instep down, sitting back again. So we have that slight internal rotation, a little bit of internal rotation happening on that femur, and then back up. Then we'll go some external rotation, but make sure when you do that, that whole hip pelvis doesn't move. keep that tip, not too much. Oh, dripping here after those snatches. And then pulling ourselves through. Let's bring those legs underneath, and however you want, come up to tall and say, thank you. Thank you for joining me here on the Strength and Swings class. We've progressed our snatches to do reps in a row. Let me know how it felt today. Check out our website for in-studio or in-person appointments, as well as virtual, and as well as our Patreon page to help us continue doing this that we do here in our studio online. My name's Lauren. Ian wasn't here today, but he'll be with me next week. Until then, Thursday, we have our hips and presses class where we work on our strength and mobility. And we're taking Saturday off because we have a special wedding day that day, so we won't be here. I'll see you next Tuesday or Thursday. Thanks for joining. Take care, stay strong, and train soon. Goodbye.